Well, welcome back. Hal here with more Space Engineers. And today, been working on, well, the runway. And I'm going to show you why they call it a runway here right now. So we've been doing a little bit of off-camera work. We've got a lot of stuff, well, I wouldn't say a lot of stuff done, but we got some stuff done. I'm going to walk you through it. First, we have to get started. So let's go. Quick, run! Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you are having a fabulous week for those in the American audience or who happen to also celebrate Thanksgiving. Hope it was a fabulous Thanksgiving, and if you are one of those going out for the Black Friday deals this evening, be safe out there. So let's show you what we've got going on here. Yeah, the runway is in the works. I have spent, let me see, about 3 hours. Yeah, I think close to 3 hours laying all of that out. Making parts to weld it up and then actually getting it underway. So all told, yeah, probably about 4 hours just on that giant plane of blocks. Now those are all half blocks, so you can see here what we did, and I showed some of this in the last episode where we started working on the approaches, and we were talking about how we were gonna have, you know, a minor taxiway area. We have now gone ahead and put signs up so each of the hangars are labeled. We did change a little bit of the stuff here. So we have the underground connection here, we have the above connection there, and we ran that out through the wall. And since we already had things strung up between the buildings, went ahead and ran this one outside and then in. But you'll notice we didn't do that for the third one. But there is a connector there. See, we did do it. What we did is we ran this in here. As you can see, there's another bulb up here. And then we run it down into the ground. And then what I did is I dug a tunnel from here all the way over, and forgot that those are not on the same block area, even though they are. So I'm trying to figure out how that happened. Because when it goes, oh, you know why? Because I took it down the back wall instead of next to it to give me more room. Basically, the connector in the second hangar comes out of the block on this line. I had it go back towards the wall, turn, make another turn, come down, and then go into the floor. That's why. All right. See, I've been sitting here. Well, this was a couple of hours before I started working on the runway, so yeah, about 6 hours worth of Space Engineers today. Oh, but yeah, if we cut this out here, I'll show you where we got down here so you can see it. So if you remember, we put the conveyor block in, mounted the piston on top of it, and then we put another conveyor block with a connector on the top of the piston. If you come down here, see if we can get down here. There we go. We mined all this out. You can see where I drifted off a little bit. And then bring it into the second hangar there. So yeah, this was a lot of in the middle of the night mining. It was dark in game, it's dark in real world. Oh yes, it's a lot of stuff going on here. Let's go ahead and get this back in. So everything is piped in, all of the bulbs are working, they are all enabled. And what we end up with, let me pop up here really quickly and show you, is we have a runway. Look at that. Now I am going to continue the line patterns out into the center here, and to basically These will mark the taxiway, like if somebody's taxiing onto or off of the runway. Right now, everything is the same default orange color, our wonderful safety orange. Each one of these will be color-coded once we're a little further along. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to have a line that will basically split off the center line here. So we'll end up with 3 colors and then the yellow line. Ow. So each one of these first couple of blocks will be a color, and it'll split off as it goes up. But I need to figure out which colors I want to use. So, once again, we have a question coming up. So throw your responses down in the section below. Let me know, what colors do you think we should use? Oh, so many blocks. Alright, so what I did on this portion is I schlepped the parts out, and I've brought the mobile Bob out so that he can weld stuff up for us. Oh, actually I need to back you up there a little bit. Come here, buddy. We need to go back 3 blocks, looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We'll stop there. That's good. If for no other reason than because I don't remember the rest of it in French. So, yeah. This is what I've been spending all day doing. And I do mean all day. This is crazy. Oh, so let's show you the piston options. If you remember last time we were together, we were talking about which way we were going to do this. So I've already set a limit on this one. So what you do is turn off light so you can actually see the buttons. So the first button reverses the action. Second button decreases velocity, third button increases velocity, and the fourth button switches the lock on that connector. So right now, I think I've got power on it. Yes, okay. So we've got it set to a fairly low velocity currently, because I wanted to show you how this is going to work. So what we did is we figured out roughly where this button panel would be, because we didn't want it to latch on to the conveyor. So we brought the conveyor down until it was about where it needed to be, and then I took like a meter off of it, so it's actually got a max extension of 6 meters instead of 10. If we allowed it to go to 10, it would actually come down and contact, or almost contact, the floor here. Oh, that's bad. Got some T600s over here. Come here, buddy. There's one down. Anybody else running around out here? Looks like everybody else ran away. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, but like I said, basically what we did is we set it up so that it will go no lower than this, so we don't have to worry about it latching on to things. Now, if we reverse this again, it goes back up. Now, the nice thing is that if we do this, you can actually use the increase and decrease to stop it. So what we do is we have it set right now so that one tap in the opposing direction will stop the piston. So you can actually fine-tune it where you need it. Once you have it where you want it or where you actually need it at, just leave it where it is, and then if you need to adjust it, you can. Now the alternate version of this is this little beastie. What we did here is basically the same setup. You have reverse, you have decrease, increase, and the switch lock. And then this one actually rises from the bottom. Now, I do actually like this one a little bit better for a couple of reasons. One, it's a cleaner appearance and presentation on the system. There are, as you can see, there's no piping in here that you have to worry about working into the space, or that you have to worry about breaking, because it is all underground. But because it is all underground, it is more annoying to set up. But I do like the way that it turned out. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna leave both this one and Hangar 2 as they are, and then that way we can use them as we need to. And see, the nice thing about this one is that if you have a ground vehicle, you can still get in here without having to have a second connector. Which I may... Do I really want to rework Hangar 1 is the question. Really, we're going to shut these down. Now, because of the way that this particular hangar is set up with the stuff coming in from underground, I could make this whole thing airtight by basically sealing in the section down there. But, meh. We're going to leave it like it is. That way you can get in and out, don't have to worry about it, and it's always depressurized. Now, with Hangar 2, we can actually pressurize this one. And I'm probably going to, and we're going to do the same thing that we did for Hangar 1, which is using the Imperial blocks, and we want the 7 size. Yeah. And those are going to be there. And we basically go just like so. And because we have a bunch of bobs installed, he's going to weld that up for us. Alright. So the other thing that I did off camera is I took the new shuttle up into orbit. We actually found platinum closer than the first asteroid that we found. It's about 31 kilometers, so it's still in around the 0.1 G area. So it's far enough out that the rocks kind of float, but then they fall back in, and because of where the platinum was on the asteroid, it actually makes it really nice because we were able to basically cut into the top and dig down. So we have a little pocket in there that as we mine, things basically fall into. Works really well. Do we have... Did I turn off that waypoint? I did turn off that waypoint. Alright, no worries. Alright, so let's go ahead and move Bob up here. Swear, Bob is the hardest working YouTuber I know. Look at this. So we're gonna bring you up, and we're gonna stop about there. Should be close enough. And let him keep doing his thing. Bring you over here, show you what we've got going on with this wonderful little beast. Okay, so we ended up putting some lights in, right? So we actually have lighting in here. If you squeeze through here, there's some more lighting on this side. Ah, stuck. No. Ah. Ah, I hate when it does that. Come on. There we go. Sometimes you can just do sprints and it'll unlock you. So I also did put in some spotlights. We have a spotlight pointed down behind the spotlight off to the side. We did this on both sides. So we have the spotlight here as well. And then again, oh, come on, really? Oh, there you go. So yeah, as I was saying, is you have another spotlight here, and like I said, I am trying to keep it mostly mirrored between the two sides. It makes it a little bit easier to get things done, and then as we need to, we have, you know, we've got spotlights pointing forward and aft, and if we need to add anything else, because we are keeping everything fairly symmetrical between the two halves of the ship, it makes it much easier when we go to do those expansions. So yeah, it's a pretty nice little beastie. And let me see here. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Show you here. It handles pretty well inside of an atmosphere. I do need to go through and do a little bit more detail work on it. I want to put in the the siding that we have here. What do you call those? These angle braces, I guess. Which end up becoming struts when they're finished. And as you can see, we're basically using them as like mounting rails. So it works really well. I was very happy with this build. I think I have maybe found a new design style for a little while at least. There we go. So yeah, definitely enjoying that. And the nice thing is that because it is smaller, and it's fairly significantly smaller than this one, we're able to, with this shuttle parked where it is, that shuttle can get over here to this connector. But I took the connector that I was using, which was here, off. Because it hangs down a little too far. It basically puts it at the same level as the landing gear. So when you're landing, when you come in, if you are not angled in a nose down slightly to keep the back end safe, you will knock the connector off, which I may or may not have done once or maybe possibly 3 times. Yeah, so. All right. Bob is making a hell of an effort on this here. There you go. Alright. So when we're done with this, we'll be basically done with this base. Now, I am thinking about putting in basically a hydrogen system for the base. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. Because we have the big mobile base, right? The behemoth. We have that. We have the small mobile base that I am standing on. And then we have a fixed base as well. Now the large mobile base has a couple of just a few oxygen generators on it. So what I'm thinking is that if I do this, we'll set the tanks up probably down at the other end of the runway or even on the other side. But I need to pipe them in. And I'm not sure how I want to do this. Because I'm kind of wanting to put it down here at the end. You know, but we don't have anything on the other side. And I could end up building basically like do an assembler, or not an assembler, but a refinery array over here. And then have basically this just be an industrial area on this side. So I'm not sure which way I want to go with it. So if you have suggestions, you know what to do. Put them down in the comment section. Alright. And you go down to uranium. Bob is welding up here. Oh, so yeah, that's where we are with this right now, at least. And I'm thinking I may want to do this at the end. Okay, so so I would have to use the upper block for that. You know what we could do? Let's be funny. No. I would need a block up in order to attach that. Ah, crap. Well, you know what? Let's try this. No, because that would attach that way. See, if I just want to have an edge to it, I could just do that. And the idea is basically that if you happen to run short, or if you land short on the runway, when you hit it, you're not going to go and bounce. Because if you've ever played Space Engineers, you know Clang likes to send people flying. And so what I'm trying to do is minimize that as much as possible. Of course, I guess probably doing it with that would be a better idea. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that and see. It's a smoother transition now. It's not quite so annoying, I guess would be the word I'm looking for. We're gonna grab our center line yellow there. Okay, that is the same shade, right? I always have to check. I'm never quite sure. Oh, I'm out of steel plates. Come here, Bob. You've got like 30,000 plates on you at one point. 15,000. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, come here. There we go. Alright. That makes it a little bit nicer. Like I said, I'm more about just trying to make it look finished. It doesn't have to serve any overly complex thing. It's just, you know, it's nice to have it look done. Get first of these welded in. And I did go ahead and make the tier 3 tools. I guess technically they're the tier 4 tools. Tier 1 being the basic things, unless you want to count that as tier 0, and then tier 3, whichever way. It's all good. Alright. So, a good portion of the runway is done. Alright, Bob. Let's get you into position over here. What we're going to do is we're going to 3-point turn this beast. Classic 3-point turn, look at that. Alright. Wouldn't it be nice if you could do that as easy in real life? Alright. So, let's back it up a little bit. And that should be close enough for Bob to get the ones on the edge there. I saw one that was not. Yes. What we're going to do is we're going to make Bob's life a little easier for him. So, this I think is going to be the last day we work on the build for the base. I think the base is pretty much done except for if we do a hydrogen depot on here. And like I said, if you want to see a hydrogen depot, let me know, and let me know what your thoughts are on the ways to build it, because I'm looking for something to do. Well, not really. I've got plenty to do, both in real life as well as in the game, but you know, having fun working on this beast, and well, you know, it's nice to be able to spend some time with y'all. Look at that. So a good portion of the runway is welded up. I'm gonna go ahead and get back in there. Now I'm not gonna sit here and do the whole thing on camera. I just want to show you what I've been doing for the last few hours. We do need to figure out which color we want to use for each of the hangars. And we're gonna bring you over here. Think you should be able to reach everything? Alright. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is we do whatever color is going to be here is going to be a single line that comes through. Maybe 2 lines. Alright, let's see what we got. All the colors that we have, and I don't know which one I want to use. That's pretty sad, isn't it? Alright, let's go. That's a little too bright. Let's go more saturation. Let's try that. That's not a bad color. Ah, crap. I keep doing that. I keep wanting to run while I'm painting. So I end up doing the giant paintbrush. I guess I could keep it all consistent here, right? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, now what we're going to do here is we're going to bring this back out like we had it before. Skip 1. Okay. So now we are going to grab our warning. This whole line here is just a warning line. Basically tells you you're getting, you know, you're a little close to the runway. This one tells you you are entering the runway. So this one is going to be our nice dark red. Hey, look at that. Alright, now what I'm thinking for this is that we have it go something like here. So what it'll do is it'll basically split at this point here. Show you. Alright. I see T600. I see a bunch of T600s. Oh, that's a whole lot of T600s. Let's get off the runway here. Come here, buddy. Wow, that's all. Looks like we got all the T600s. Hi. Oh, son of a... That was exactly what I was trying to avoid. The singularity has happened. Skynet is real. Make sure no one's sneaking up on me. Oh, hello. Anything good for me? Yeah, some construction components. I'll take it. Looks like Bob has already cleaned up the rest of this stuff. Come here. Yep, Bob got the rest of it. Awesome. Well, if Bob's gonna deal with that. Okay, let's head over here for a second. And then what I'm thinking is that we take basically this line all the way to the end. And then we get back up here. You see. And then what we'll do is this line will be painted blue. Whatever hanger, the second hanger or the middle hanger is going to be, will be on this line, and the first hanger will be here. And then on the other side we'll do hanger 1, hanger 2, hanger 3 coloring. But what they'll do is they will end at whatever point it splits off up there. So let's go. Oh, son of a. It's because I'm impatient. I don't want to wait. All right. So what I'm gonna have to do is go back down there. Switch over our painting here till wait. Because I'm gonna have to unpaint all of this anyway. And there we go. There. So take your time, Hal. You got plenty of time. There we go. Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I almost did it again. It's like, I started reaching for. I was like, oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. Okay. So let's get rid of the block so you can see what we're doing. There we go. And then when you come up here and look back, so you see what you should see. Yeah, let me try this again. You should be able to see what the intent is, and then, like I said, the blue line on the other side, on the far side of the runway, will end where this one stops. It just won't, you won't see it anywhere else. And then we'll repeat that process here with this one. So the second line will end, and then the third line ends here. Right? I don't know, I may change that color. Depends on what we end up using for the other two colors. Because I'm not going to be able to use yellow, and I'm not going to be able to use red. Ooh, maybe green. Let's do a green. Let's find us a nice green. How do you look? Oh, that's a good one. I think I like the darker green better. I do think that the lighter green is might be better at night. I don't know. Kind of liking the dark green. I think we're gonna do the dark green, and I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably come back and repaint this blue to a different color. I don't know what color I'll make it. What I'll probably do is color match the green that we're using right now, and have this be, and basically just do it with the blue instead of the green. Same coloration family, I guess, or same, I don't know, was that tone? I don't know. Right, so let's go ahead and bring this out. And then this is going to come in here. And I'm going to have to go find that spot on the... oh, crap, I forgot. Alright. So because of the way those doors work, they effectively occupy that square. So what ends up happening is when you're painting, you have to take those blocks out entirely to be able to paint this. Oh, wait. Ah, you just have to be sneaky. Okay. Oh, I wish I had known that a couple of hours ago. Alright, let's see what this looks like. So yeah, I think if we go with a darker blue... Let's see here. So if we do this, let's darken it down a little bit. Oh, that might be good. Let's see what that looks like next to the green. To those members of our audience who may be colorblind, I do apologize. Let's see what this looks like. See, I keep wanting to run. It's like, no, you can't run. And I'll probably go ahead and paint this orange again, the safety orange. We'll see. Yeah, missed one. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out here. I am curious to see what this looks like. I do like this because it looks a little bit better aged. And it's not quite so cartoony. Oh, that was close. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. And what I'll probably do then is I'll probably use the safety orange for the final one. For a couple of reasons. One, it's already a color that we're using. And two, well, I'm just being lazy, basically. And you need to become there. And what this will do, this will go all the way down to the line. See, I don't normally do this because usually when I do this I screw it up and I have to go back and fix a bunch of things. But we will deal with what we have. I just can't take that walking so slowly. Because I want to get this thing done, but I don't want to rush and make a mistake that I have to, or I won't be able to fix. Let's see what you look like. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that, actually. The color selection could be better. But yeah, I do think that's gonna work. All right. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. So when we come back next time, the runway should be done. The base building should be pretty much complete at that point. There's a couple of things I have to repair down there, but otherwise, I want to thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. When we come back next time, what are we going to do next week? Because if the base is done, basically the only thing really left to do at that point is to get some materials together, start building the orbital station, and maybe do a small planetary tour. And just, you know, I'll probably do a planetary tour. I might just end up using the shuttle. Yeah. We still need to upgrade that thing. We are going to upgrade the Behemoth. We're going to set up hover engines on it. We're going to replace the wheels. Maybe we'll do that next week. That'll be interesting, because I have to basically put this thing up on blocks. Alright, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want to provide your feedback on those questions, you know, which colors do you want to use? Do you like these or not? And do you want to put a freestanding industrial section over here? Let me know. The comment section is a great place to put all that information. If you're new to the channel, you haven't done so already, or you just want to do something nice for me today, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date, make sure you ring that bell. And yeah, I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. Oh, it's going to be a long day. Okay. let's get the rest of this stuff done. Hope you all, thanks again for stopping in. Hope you all have a fantastic week, or a weekend, I should say. And we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Yeah, a lot more welding to do. All right, Bob, come on. Let's go, buddy.